Welcome back. Today we're diving into the world of Rottweilers, one of the most misunderstood breeds out there. Every year thousands end up in shelters. Why? What's really going on? I set out to uncover the top 8 reasons people give up on their Rottweilers, and what you need to know before you even think about adopting one. This isn't just a list, it's a survival guide for future Rottie owners. Some of these reasons will shock you, and the last one is the most heartbreaking of all. Let's jump in. Reason number 1, Rottweilers have energy levels that catch most people completely off guard. If you've never met one before, you might expect a big, lazy dog, but the reality is the total opposite. They're not couch potatoes, they're working dogs bred for action, stamina, and focus. Historically, they were used for herding cattle and pulling carts, so their drive to move and work is built into their DNA. A Rottweiler puppy is like a marathon runner in a fur coat, always ready to go, always looking for the next adventure, and rarely slowing down. They need much more than a quick walk around the block. Think long hikes, energetic runs, and serious playtime that really tires them out both physically and mentally. We took Tank, a young Rottie, to a huge open field. He ran for 2 hours straight, chasing balls and exploring, and when we were exhausted, he still wanted more. If you don't meet their exercise needs, they'll find their own jobs, like chewing your furniture, digging up your yard, or inventing their own games that usually end in chaos. It's not just about physical activity, they crave mental challenges too. Their intelligence means they get bored easily, if not stimulated. Puzzle toys, advanced obedience training, and nose work are essential to keep their minds sharp and satisfied. Without this, boredom quickly turns into destruction. Chewed shoes, shredded pillows, and a house in disarray. Most owners simply can't keep up, especially with busy schedules, work, and family commitments. It's a real challenge. The result? Frustration, chaos, and a dog that's nearly impossible to handle no matter how much you love them. People often underestimate what it takes. They think they're getting a loyal pet, not realizing they're actually bringing home a high-performance athlete who needs a job to do every single day. If you can't commit to at least 1 to 2 hours of daily exercise and mental work, this isn't the breed for you. It's a serious responsibility. That's why so many Rottweilers end up back in shelters. People just aren't prepared for the reality of their energy. It's not the dog's fault, it's a mismatch of energy and expectations, and the dog pays the price. So be honest with yourself. Can you really keep up with a Rottweiler's insane energy every single day? Reason 2. Rottweilers are incredibly strong-willed and fiercely independent. This isn't just a personality quirk, it's a defining trait of the breed that shapes every interaction you'll have with them. They're highly intelligent, but don't expect them to blindly follow every order you give. Rottweilers like to think for themselves, and they'll often question your requests. A Rottie will look at your command, weigh the situation, and decide if it's really worth their time or effort. They're not robots, they're thinkers. If you try to use force or intimidation, you'll quickly lose their trust. Instead of obedience, you'll create a power struggle that nobody wins. We saw this firsthand with 2 trainers working with Bruno. The first tried to force him into a crate. Bruno simply dug in his heels and refused to budge. The second trainer took a different approach, using treats and plenty of praise. Suddenly, Bruno was eager to cooperate. For Rottweilers, motivation is everything. Many owners mistake this independence for stubbornness or even stupidity, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, you need to earn their respect and make training a true partnership. Rottweilers respond best when they feel like a valued teammate, not a subordinate. Think of it like managing a brilliant but headstrong employee, someone who needs guidance, not micromanagement. You're the team captain, not the drill sergeant. Your job is to inspire, not to dominate. Set clear boundaries, reward good behavior, and above all, be consistent in your expectations and reactions. If you don't establish these rules, your Rottweiler will quickly take charge and run the household their way. Owners who can't step up and provide leadership often end up feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and powerless in their own homes. The result? A dog that ignores every command and an owner who's ready to give up in defeat. Rottweilers need a leader, someone they can respect and trust, not a dictator who rules by fear. If you're not up for the challenge of earning their respect and guiding them with patience, this isn't the breed for you. With Rottweilers, it's all about mutual respect, understanding, and partnership, not force or intimidation. Reason 3. Rottweilers are pure muscle. Living with one is a whole different story. that cute puppy quickly becomes a 100-plus pound powerhouse. They don't know their own strength. An excited greeting can knock you over. Everything is bigger: food bills, vet bills, toys, and the risk of accidents. We saw a woman get her shoulder dislocated by her playful Rottie. Total accident, serious consequence. Walking a Rottweiler without proper training? You're the one being walked. Many owners aren't physically prepared for the reality. The fear of being overpowered leads to less exercise, more pent-up energy, and a vicious cycle. The result? Owners feel like they have a ticking time bomb at home. They give up, saying the dog is too strong or uncontrollable. The truth, they weren't ready for the physical demands. If you can't handle a canine tank, think twice. Strength is a blessing and a challenge. Reason 4. Socialization is absolutely non-negotiable for Rottweilers. It's not just a suggestion, it's a requirement if you want a well-adjusted companion. Socialization isn't just about dog parks or playdates, it's about exposing your Rottweiler to every possible sight, sound, and situation from an early age. Think of it as building their confidence in a world full of surprises. If you miss the critical window, between 3 and 16 weeks, you risk raising a dog that's fearful, anxious, or even reactive to new experiences. This period shapes their entire outlook on life. We made a detailed checklist and introduced our puppies to everything: people in hats, kids on bikes, loud noises, slippery floors, and even umbrellas. Every new experience helps them grow braver. Without this foundation, their natural guarding instincts can easily twist into fear and defensiveness, making them unpredictable. That's where the horror stories come from. A dog that panics at the unfamiliar, lashes out, or becomes a danger to others. Owners who isolate their puppies aren't just missing out on fun, they're creating liabilities, not loving companions. Trying to re-socialize a fearful adult Rottweiler is a massive challenge, often requiring professional help and months of patience. Sadly, many people give up, surrendering a dog whose issues could have been prevented with early effort and care. Socialization takes time, patience, and real effort, but it's the difference between a confident friend and a potential menace to society. Don't skip this step, or you'll pay the price later with stress, frustration, and possibly heartbreak. The world is a big, unpredictable place. Prepare your Rottweiler for it so they can thrive wherever you go together. If you're not proactive, you're setting your dog up to fail, and that's not fair to them or to you. Socialization is a lifelong commitment. Keep introducing new experiences, people, and places. Don't ever underestimate its importance. It's the key to a happy, safe, and balanced Rottweiler. Reason 5. Rottweilers suffer from a reputation they don't deserve. Movies and media paint them as vicious, but a well-trained Rottie is calm, confident, and loyal. We took Daisy, a sweet Rottweiler, to a park. People crossed the street to avoid her, even though she was perfectly behaved. Owners feel constant pressure to be perfect ambassadors for the breed. Any small mistake is seen as proof of aggression. This public fear isolates owners and dogs, making socialization even harder. Some owners buy into the hype, encouraging guarding behaviors they can't control. The result? Dogs surrendered because of reputation, not reality. The stigma is exhausting and unfair. If you can't handle the scrutiny, this isn't the breed for you. Rottweilers need advocates, not enablers of stereotypes. Don't let fear dictate your relationship with your dog. The real danger is misunderstanding, not the breed itself. Stand up for your Rottie and train them to be the exception. Reason 6. Legal and housing restrictions. Breed-specific legislation (BSL) and rental bans make it nearly impossible for many to keep their Rottweilers. You can be the best owner, but a city ordinance or lease can force you to give up your dog. We met families who had to surrender beloved pets just to move for work or find housing. Rottweilers are often on restricted lists for apartments and insurance. This isn't about bad dogs, it's about discrimination. The stress of finding housing is constant for Rottie owners. Many adopt without realizing how hard it will be to keep their dog long-term. Life changes, job moves, breakups, suddenly leave them with no options. Countless dogs end up in shelters because of laws, not behavior. It's a heartbreaking, systemic problem. If you rent or move often, think twice before adopting a Rottweiler. Sometimes love isn't enough to fight the law. Reason 7. Health issues can break hearts and bank accounts. Rottweilers are prone to joint problems, cancer, heart conditions, and bloat. Treatments can cost thousands, sometimes more than a car. We met Bear, a Rottie who needed double hip surgery. His family drained their savings to help him. Many can't afford it, facing the choice of surrendering or euthanizing a beloved pet. Cancer, especially bone cancer, is heartbreakingly common and aggressive. Even with insurance, costs add up fast. The emotional toll is just as heavy. Watching your dog suffer is devastating. Most people adopt thinking of happy walks, not end-of-life care or massive vet bills. If you're not prepared for the financial and emotional realities this breed can break you, health issues are part of the package. Don't go in blind. Know what you're signing up for. Sometimes love isn't enough to save them. The number one reason Rottweilers are surrendered? Lack of training. Training isn't a one-time class, it's a lifelong commitment. Rottweilers are smart and strong-willed. If you slack off, they'll make their own rules. Consistency is everything. Every day, every interaction. Owners start strong, then get lazy. Suddenly they have a 100-pound untrained teenager. An untrained Rottweiler is a menace. Too big, too smart, too strong to be unmanaged. All the other problems, energy, strength, guarding, get worse without training. Owners feel hopeless, but it's a slow erosion, not a sudden disaster. The tragedy? The dog is labeled untrainable, but it was never given a fair chance. Rottweilers need leaders, not bystanders. If you're not ready for relentless consistency, don't get this breed. Training is the glue that holds everything together. Fail here and everything else falls apart. The dog pays the price for human mistakes. Don't let that happen. Be the leader your Rottweiler needs. There you have it, the real reasons people give up on Rottweilers. In the right hands, they're loyal, loving, and incredible companions. But they're not for everyone. They require time, energy, training, and money. Do your research, talk to experts, and be brutally honest about your lifestyle. Make an informed decision, for your sake and the dog's. If you're ready, you'll have a friend for life. Thanks for watching. Share this video and help keep Rottweilers out of shelters.